Welcome back to the Accounting Guys YouTube channel. My name is Blake, and today we'll be talking about finance and reserve income. We'll be going over some of the best practices to make sure it's flowing through your system properly and not causing any hangups in your day-to-day process. I'll be your trainer today. Hope you enjoy.
First thing I wanted to go over is the difference between finance income and finance reserve income. The process of receiving them is the same. The main difference is finance income you receive per deal. Reserve income you receive at the end of the month for the bulk of the loans you did that month. So hopping into a deal, I'll show you how that's calculated, how the best way to enter it is, and then we'll move into the adjustment side of things. If you hop into your deals, I'll go ahead and pull open one of the deals. So once you're in the deal, down here is where you enter in the terms of the loan. So if you go ahead and enter the term and the rate and come into the sales recap screen, you can see that the financing and finance income calculates here. So there are a couple ways to calculate this. First thing you're wanting to do is go into the Lein tab, and here you're able to select who is funding this loan, and you can set up however many lien holders you need, and then you can enter in the insurance name as well as the formula. So in here you're able to either set up a formula to calculate that finance and reserve income, and it will allow you to calculate the loan formula as well. So if you click here, it will take you to the list of all the formulas that Lightspeed has or that you have set up. So if a lien holder is always giving you a specific formula for finance income, you can set it up here, and that will allow it to automatically calculate, so you never have to worry about entering it in, and it's always correct, saving you some time on the front end. So if the lien holder doesn't follow a specific formula each time, or the finance income is always up or down or fluctuating, you're still wanting to select the lien holder here, because that's what's going to drive where that ends up on the GL or what AR account it goes to. And then if you go back to the sales recap screen, if you check this box, it will allow you to enter a custom amount. So I'll go ahead and enter $250. So you'll see this actually brought down the cost, because this is just going to hit your books as pure revenue, acting as if they just gave you a check. It has no cost associated to it. And then I'll go ahead and finalize this deal and then show you how it's going to show up in the AR account. Alright, now you can see in this AR that you have a funding line and then you have your finance income line. So one thing to be aware of here is when you receive the check, typically it's in 1. So when you do your memo, it will match up 2 to 1. And some of our clients, when it's reserve income, they like to keep the finance income separate than the normal fundings. And this can be set up with, you can override 1 and then you're not tracking your finance income as a contracts in transit, keeping them separate, as well as in the reserve income, that's all that's going to be there. So you're not having to scroll through a bunch of lines with deals on them, or you're not having to scroll through a bunch of lines there if you're not archiving the paid charges all the time. Either way works great. Some dealers just feel it's more comfortable to have 2 separate ARs for the fundings and 1 for reserve income. And then just one thing to keep in mind here, once you make the credit memo, you're going to want to apply the documents, and then that will zero out the account, as well as clean up the reports and get them off the AR aging report as well. Last thing I wanted to go over is if an adjustment needs to be made to the finance income or the funding. There are 2 ways that you can go about it. First way is on the back end, so you can adjust it in this AR account with a debit or credit memo. That will make it so that the check you receive is correct at that point moving forward. The main thing to be aware of if you're going to do it the memo route is it could impact the way that you pay commissions, because it will not be reflected on the front end reports or the commissions reports. So if you're okay, or your bonus structure isn't based off of that, then you're good to fix it on the back end. Just be aware that your reports aren't totally going to be correct coming out of Lightspeed. The other way to go about fixing it is if you go into the deal, you're going to unfinalize, and then back in the sales recap, you can adjust this number to reflect what it should be, or if the funding was wrong, you can adjust this amount. We typically recommend that if you're outside of the month that the deal was finalized, you're not wanting to go back and unfinalize and refinalize because it could have some sales tax implications. If you're concerned or you want to know the full implications of what could happen if you unfinalize, refinalize, don't hesitate to reach out. We can walk you through the process and give you a more specific answer for your circumstances.
That brings us to the end of this video. If you like content like this, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any video recommendations or comments about the video, go ahead and leave those down below. We love hearing from you guys, and those are our favorite videos to make. If you want to get in touch with us or schedule an appointment with our dealership specialists, there's a link down below in the description, as well as our email that you can get in touch with us that way. Thanks for watching.